just the announcement that we're not alone, regardless of what it is or who it is, okay? Well, instantly the world changes. It's going to be like, back when Orville and Wilbur Wright flew the first plane, okay? Say on Tuesday. Well, on Monday the world thought, no one can fly through the sky. But on Tuesday they had their first flight. So on Wednesday all of a sudden the world had to adjust to the whole idea that, we can fly through the sky, right? Whole world had to just change its thinking because Wilbur and Orville Wright flew the first. Well, it'll be like that, but I suppose times 1,000 or something,
Yeah.
Because on the Monday, people are thinking, or whatever. But on Tuesday is the announcement, and on the Wednesday, the whole world has to suddenly start thinking differently about everything. All right? Just like, we can fly through the sky. So just that alone, and that's unpredictable. What people will do is unpredictable, and that's another one of the reasons why they would be keeping the lid. One of the reasons why one of the reasons why they've been keeping the lid on it.
You're talking about the UFO thing and all that, yeah.
I'm sure that one of the reasons is because they not sure how people will react. They would be thinking the worst possible scenario, and that all of a sudden over the world it's just mass anarchy. Everybody just, because all the religions suddenly collapse. Everyone just goes wild, maybe.
And out.
Total anarchy all over the world, all the cities, everything, just people running amok and nothing's real. Aliens, fuck you, I'm gonna root you. I want this, smash, give me that, you bastard.
Yeah.
So they would be thinking that, right? That's what's going to happen.
Unstable, yeah.
Well, just be chaos. There would be chaos. That's what the leaders and the people involved and the ones who know, and religious leaders, they'd be thinking that if it gets out, well then there would be chaos.
Yeah.
But that's just the worst possible scenario. All right, doesn't mean that's what's going to happen, but you can see how they be thinking that, right? Because, when you look at human nature and everything, it's, even I can't kind of like really predict what would happen. There's a part of me thinks, that could happen. Because of, the Bible says that gives us the numbers, 2/3, so that's 6 billion people.
Yeah. Wiped out before the end.
Well, 6 billion people sort of losing hope and running amok.
Yeah, Christian
crazy.
or not. Yep. Yep. Cruel. Wiped out.
So this could happen in the next couple of weeks.
Don't believe.
Well, it could be, because this thing's going through right now as we speak. You can't say that it's not, because it is.
Well, no, the main prophecies is that the Antichrist, the rule, and then the people get wiped out, billions or something, and there's so many.
It just doesn't imply. He said there would be a deceit. All right.
Yeah, right.
So I'm not saying anything is written in stone.
Yeah,
right? I can't see.
It says the Antichrist will be raised from the dead by Satan.
Just working with the raw data, you go.
So if the Antichrist is not raised by the dead by Satan, that's a big clanger, because that's when they think he's God. And if those prophecies don't come true, then.
Listen, all I'm saying about the alien thing is that it could fit into the timeline, because at the end it says there's going to be a falling away, okay, which obviously there's been a falling away, and there's going to be a big deceit, right? And then all the other stuff happens, all right? So I'm just saying this kind of fits from here at the moment. This seems to fit the timeline because all the people, so many people saying this, talking about the alien thing and everything, right? Right at this moment, that kind of fits. That this is the deceit because it's so well planned and organised.
Well, they get it wrong every single time.
What?
They get it wrong every single time. They get it wrong.
You get it wrong.
They get it wrong. The whole world gets it wrong. September 23rd. It's on and on. Like nobody can get it right.
September 23rd.
They need to shut up. Get some fruits.
That's what I mean. They're all just working with the data and reacting and everything. They're not. Yeah. No fruits. No. Just meanwhile surrounded by homeless, desperate people.
We're here to get some fruits of love and then leave and go with the Lord. It doesn't matter what happens, really. Who cares? Look for signs. What signs?
Yeah.
Signs of what? Signs of love, signs of miracles that heal limbs back. People raise the dead, big deal. That person may not be dead. He might just can't get his pulse. We want to see the limbs grow back, man. That's the miracle. No one's doing that. Everyone is missing the point. It's not about them over there anyway. Remember Jesus said in the Bible, don't worry about them over there. As you say, it could be the other seed from that first Adam. Got a soul but no spirit.
That's the other clue.
We don't worry about them. What they're going to do is they drink baby's blood, mate.
Because that's going on too, and it's in this world, and how can, it's like a piece of fruit that's infected. You can't eat that piece of fruit.
Yeah.
Because, it's got all pus and infection in it. Or you throw it away. You can't eat, maybe you can eat a little top bit of something, but the rest of it, you're going to throw it away. Well, that's like this world is like a piece of fruit that's infected. You want to eat it, but you just think, oh, no, it's yuck, it's infected.
Yeah, we're all filled with toxin and worms.
Well, the world, all the data, and and the events, the things that people are doing, and it's like anything. And the things they say, and now on YouTube you've got so many different interpretations of the same event, so many different reasons for the same thing, and this means this, no, it means that, and
I'll just take away the media and see what happens there. Look, nature speaks for itself, but you don't worship the creation, worship the creator. Mate, all you need is friggin' nature. Just get away from it all. It's all bullshit. It's just people data and intellectual knowledge, and these people aren't growing in the Lord or the Spirit. They're just coming up with all these predictions and answers. Yeah, of course, advanced technology progression. We already had it once. Egypt had it. Interfered by aliens, of course. Pyramids and so forth, levitation.
So the question for us was it God who took us out of there, or was it Sludge Boy who took us out of there?
Yeah.
See, this is because according to the Gnostics, it was Sludge Boy who took us out of there. All right? Away from that whole Hermetic Egyptian way of thinking, and
why?
Yeah, we'll see. Okay, to get these answers, you can't get those kind of answers from anybody else. You've got to search for those within yourself, and it's going to come through inspiration, and this is what we started it right at the beginning. To get those kind of answers, you need the activation, right? But because so few people are activated in that way, they're not getting those answers, okay? They just basically got the data that they're working with, and spinning it in all the different ways, right? But no one's getting their answers from the source, you know, in a really powerful, profound way. Otherwise, we'd know, you know, for some reason.
Well, there's people that have a knowingness, awareness,
Must be a few,
but they're not
like,
telling anyone much because the world's not ready, and it's like a forbidden thing.
And you wonder why. So that must be. I suppose that must be. God must know about that, you know, and He doesn't want it. And this is the way He wants it right now.
Yeah. The world will shit itself. It's prophecy anyways.
Yeah,
no matter what we do.
It was been said that it's not going to get better until the end. So we can't fix it.
Amen.
I can't fix it.
Amen.
But maybe I can fix me.
Yeah.
You know, maybe I can fix me.
Thing is, religion puts fear, shame and guilt into you, that if you don't do something, you're not evangelizing, preaching on the streets or something. You feel guilty. You're not doing anything. But they're not being the fruits. They're actually doing things.
This is where we go to the next level, right? At this point. This is where I was at before when I went to get the cigarettes. Right here at this point. This is where we go to the next level. Because there are many levels, you know that.
Yeah.
But all those people out there, they're all on a particular, the ignorant ones, okay, they haven't, the way they are going at the moment, they haven't got any chance of going to another level.
Yeah.
All right, most of them, okay. But that's not you and me, because none of them are in this room at the moment, all right?
Yeah.
They're out there, but they're not in here. I put a block around this place. There's no data coming in. So then, where does it live? In the thoughts.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
It lives in the thought.
Well, when I reach that state of oneness, and I've finally reached it, the programming of the religious past pops into my head and say, well, now I go and take that piece, and then I go into religion, and then I get fear, shame and guilt, which it comes back and haunts me. I can't wait to have a smoke and coffee, snap out of it, because the programming data is in the head that you got to do something.
There's another level.
Yeah.
Okay.
When you didn't have to do anything in the first place.
Most people are stuck with their thoughts.
Your thoughts. Yeah.
Okay. And they think that's it. It's like the Buddhists going to the astral planes thinking they're
in heaven,
paradise, right? So it's a bit like that. That's how real people think their thoughts are.
Yep.
All right. But it turns out that it's the exact opposite. All right. It's turning out. It seems the understanding is that the latest, the understanding is that it's the exact opposite of that, right? So, but first of all, you need to understand that. You have to kind of let that seep in, because it's all connected, and the shape of these particular words should, in a normal person, the shape of these particular words should open a crack, right, in the whole thought identity matrix, and it should start to be losing power right about now. Okay, these words should be like an axe chopping through the middle of the thought matrix. Okay, because they're not designed to produce another thought. They're designed to reduce thought, because they're about thoughts. These words are about thoughts themselves. They're not about thoughts, they're about thoughts themselves.
Mm-hmm.
Okay?
Mm-hmm.
So the mind can't bring in any new ideas, because it's not looking, these words aren't looking for new ideas. These words are looking to get rid of old ideas.
Yep, very good.
That's the difference. And this, see, once again, the particular words, particular resonances, particular shapes, and the words are all we've got to work with, okay? So, and when they're being used in their right purpose, instead of I hate you or fuck off or something, you know, they actually do something in the creature, in as far as engaging with the matrix, the greater matrix, all this stuff that they talk about for thousands of years. Okay, well, what if it's real? What if it's all this stuff that the masters and everything have been hinting at, that no one's ever got there? What if it's true? What if it's real? You know, why would they have said that stuff?
Yeah.
You know, you'd have to be an ignorant person to just say, oh no, it's all bullshit, wouldn't you?
Yeah. Speed of thought, faster than the speed of light.
So, when you're working with the source of thought, in other words, you're working with your I am, all right? So that's who, that you are not your thoughts. This is what you have to understand. This is the crack that has to be made in the thought matrix of the ego and the mind before any channel can be opened for anything like any inspiration or any good sort of data. All right? Because you're not going to get any answers from the air, from the data as it exists, okay? Whether it's in your mind or someone else's mind, it has no value in itself. It's just responding to all the other data and reacting to it, okay? It's not new. The only way to get new stuff is to crack that open, all right? But most people never do that. They just live in their, you know, they think about what they have to do during the day, and then, yeah, okay, that's what they do. We have our thoughts. But to get the activation, you've got to crack that. You've got to crack through that. All right? And the first place to start is just understand that we are not our thoughts. Whatever thought we're having, it's not us. We don't need thought because we are. Right? We are. We don't need thought. We're here. Alright? I know I'm here. But the thoughts are something secondary, something else that comes after that. Alright? So, to get that understanding, first of all, opens up a channel, opens up a connection, right? Because you're not working with the data, right? As soon as you're not working with the data, you're onto something else, right? And that's got a lot to do with it. So that would explain why people who do all the other right things, they don't smoke and they get fit and, you know, they give to charity and everything like that, but they never activate, right? Because it's all this thought stuff. It's all to do with the data, right? But the understanding that's coming through is that, that's where we start. We have to start there. right? Because otherwise we're just spinning our wheels, just letting our head just churn the data over and over and over and over. Okay, it's just, and nothing happening, and you end up in an old people's home and you die. You know, and it's like, I don't want that. Like this, it just, it's like, I can't even go there.
Yeah, I met somebody once the night before my auntie died, and she looked like my auntie, she spoke like my auntie, she cried like my auntie, laughed like my auntie, and though she was a Christian one, and I said to her, I got a feeling my auntie's going to die, and she died the next day. This person was like my auntie, having a glass conversation with me. She was in a nursing home. She lost her mind. Completely gone.
Yeah.
Kids never even went and visited her.
Okay.
So it's like I was talking to my auntie, like she was coming through this person. Every feature, everything. And I thought, and then and then Mum told me that my auntie just died. What was that all about?
Yeah.
Like she was speaking to me.
See, that's what I mean. It's so. How do we become more? How do we get more understanding of what we can be? I'm constantly asking the question, what can a man be? What can we be? What can we really be? Looking for that, trying to impress upon my subconscious that this is not it. Whatever I'm thinking and feeling is not it.
I still believe we have to correct our karma. If we don't do it now, we'll have to do it hereafter. Doesn't mean we're not saved.
Let's just talk about what we're doing now. We're going to do it now. I agree with that.
If you died tomorrow, do you think you'd go straight to the light?
Listen, buddy.
I don't.
Well, it doesn't matter what you think because you don't know and I don't know. Only God knows that what's going to happen to someone. Some people go straight to heaven, right? According to the data.
Yeah.
So that is just saying that is just pulling something out of the data.
Yeah, but so many.
I don't want to do that.
So many near-death experiences. How they go straight to hell and then they get taken out and sent back.
Yes, there's something, or they go to heaven and get sent back.
Yeah.
There's something wrong with that.
Right.
There's something wrong with that, and I've seen a couple of videos where someone else has said the same thing, that there's something wrong with that, and it's a deceit, right? It's just Sludge Boy deceiving them. What we talk about. I've seen a couple of videos of some other people saying the same thing. Okay, that Sludge Boys put that on for a show. All right, just what we say sometimes. So there are other people that do think that as well. Okay, that he's got the whole Sludge Boy's got the whole thing, and so there are certain things that happen that kind of help that idea, especially the idea of the angel having to come and get Moses' body. Now, you know what I mean? That kind of fits in with Sludge Boy having the whole thing. So a special a special mission had to be performed to go and to get through all. To get past Sludge Boy to go and get Moses' body, because otherwise, because Sludge Boy's got the inference is that Sludge Boy's got all the bodies. Anyone dies, they're his, right? The whole thing. In this line of him having everything, well, that would imply that. And that if someone does need to, if God does want someone, he's got to make a special effort, to make it happen. All right, that's the inference there. Bit like the lamb was slain from before the foundation of the world. The inference there is that this whole show is so much more supernatural than anyone can understand.
Mm-hmm. Why would Satan want Moses' body when his spirit's taken up to heaven or whatever? What would he do with a dead body?
That's what I mean. So we don't... so that would imply that, the spirit, the soul, and the body, the sludge boy has the lot, right? That implies that anyone who dies...
Okay.
Everyone is... Sludge boy's got him. He's got the whole universe.
Until Jesus takes you out.
But if specifically God wants you, he has to make a special effort to come and get you.
Send an angel.
Until the end.
Gabriel.
When it all just gets changed.
Yeah, right.
But this is in the light of what we're talking about Sludge Boy having everything and how it could be.
Yeah.
All right. I like talking about how it could be. I hate talking about how it is because no one fucking knows. No. I'm sick of people saying it's like this. They don't know, but I love talking about how it could be when you're working with the raw data and you're talking with someone else who's thinking, oh yeah, kicking it around, but you haven't got this ego saying, oh, it's like this and I believe this. You know what I mean? I don't give a shit what anyone believes. I look at this world, I can see what people believe. They believe it's okay for all these people to be living miserable, homeless, suffering lives and no one cares. Like, they believe that that's okay, right? I don't care what they believe, right? Because I know they believe that, so I don't care what else they believe. It's all bullshit. If they believe it's okay to have, to be wealthy and driving a nice car, going past a homeless person and not caring or anything, if they believe that that's okay, then this world's got nothing to do with me. I don't know what I'm doing here. I feel like I'm a fucking alien. But at this moment, it's cleared the decks. So we're trying to find the right words to bring through inspiration. That's what we're trying to do without working with the data, with the nonsense.
Yeah.
But as two people, being present, using words, you go?
Yeah, see, the Essenes teach we give too much credit to Satan, that human nature, the demons, self-inflicted demons of human nature is worse than the demons in a sense because all this natural man ego is sludge boy. There is a God and there is heaven, but the hell is a state of mind that we are literally creating our own hell and we're living in the ego, in the natural man. That's the accountability. And as I said, there's no demons torturing you at the first stage of it to the resurrection and you get sent back or whatever. You're literally going to a place that you have created in your mind and your lack of fruits or no fruits. Everything to do with the prison is your prison of your own mind and your own thoughts. And so, this scenario, we are creating it, we are trying to figure it out, we're trying to make sense of it, and yet the very person who's trying to make sense of it is an enemy of God. And it's all part of Sludge Boy.
One thing that, as far as Sludge Boy goes, okay, whether it's the Lucifer of the Bible or the Sludge Boy of the Gnostics, it doesn't matter, it's either one. One thing that one thing they can't change is that God created them as well.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. That's one thing they can never get around. Even if Sludge Boy is not aware of it, Lucifer would be, but Sludge Boy was not. But it doesn't matter. God created them as well. Right?
The Sludge Boy is Lucifer, isn't it?
Well, no,
Satan.
I said, remember, there's Lucifer of the Bible,
the difference.
And then there's Sludge Boy.
The agnostic version.
But either one of them both of them can't change the fact that God created them as well.
Oh, that's the Bible version.
Well,
Yeah.
whether it's whether it's Sludge Boy or Lucifer, whichever one it is, can't change the fact that God created them as well.
Yeah, well, God created Sophia, and then Sophia created Sludge Boy.
So in other words,
first woman archangel.
Sludge Boy thinks that he has the whole universe. Well, he probably doesn't realise that the whole universe is within God. That's what I'm trying to say. You know what I mean? He's not just,
right.
He can't just do whatever he wants, even if he thinks, because God created him as well. So God must know exactly what's going on. So you know what I'm saying? Because the source created everything.
Well,
so whichever one it is, they can't change the fact that if God finally says that's enough, then that's what will happen. Yeah,
well, the Essenes teach that the ego is Sludge Boy.
But I was just bringing up the point that whichever one it is, it doesn't make any difference, because God created, in either case, God created them both.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And so he's going to have the final say.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying, in that respect. But yeah, the whole Saint Lucifer thing, I never bought that.
And how could heaven ever corrupt itself? Yeah. Lie from the beginning. Heaven.
The other irony, the other clanger is Sophia, who is wisdom, right?
First woman archangel. Yeah.
Well, but her name means wisdom.
Yeah.
And created Sludge Boy.
It's in the Book of Enoch too.
Yeah. Okay. But the thing is, she represents wisdom. Okay. But she ended up making Sludge Boy. So you ask yourself, well, how could wisdom do an unwise thing?
Yeah.
Right? So with Satan, with Lucifer, it's all, how could perfection corrupt itself? But with the Gnostics, it's how could wisdom do an unwise thing?
Yeah.
So they've both got these huge clangers.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Now, it's okay for us to talk about this, because we're not being influenced by anything, any of the data.
Just
okay?
talking.
What we're talking about right now is original.
Yep.
We're having an original conversation. And in so many places, we would be considered heretics. We would be told to shut up or get out, or to think differently, or to be accused of being misinformed or ignorant or whatever. Okay, so that's why it's good that there is no one else, none of the nonsense here.
Yep.
Okay, but we're just working with the raw data. I have a filter, please. Can you throw me a filter?
Yep.
Thanks.
Yeah, well, the natural man is an enemy of God. No unclean thing can enter the kingdom of God. So when Jesus said that, he was talking to our ego. Yet our own spirit is innocent, and yet that the soul or the ego can drag it down to hell.
Yeah, because if the kingdom of God is within us, and if no unclean thing can enter the kingdom of God, it means it's talking about something within us.
Something within us. And God doesn't hate us, because our spirit is innocent child of God. Yeah. But the ego is the fallen condition, nothing but a farm animal, cockroach.
So this is what Enoch must have done. He must have been got on top of all that. He understood.
Above the astral plane even.
But so many people can't.
No.
So many can't. But the hint is that we can.
Not even religious people. Yep.
So that's why, having this conversation, because you can't have it with that many people talking about what's possible, because they're just not on that level. But at least you can go there.
A touch upon it anyway.
So we can at least talk about it, right? And, maybe find some right words that are going to resonate,
Well, when you're in the purity of speech, you don't speak any guile. That means you don't even swear. So that's the purity of the spirit level.
Yeah, which comes down to the reason of why you're having that conversation in the first place. Your intent. Okay?
The intent.
Yeah.
That's right. Pure
Where
intent.
your heart is, that's
So,
where your treasure will
that's
be.
like the Gnostics who refused to marry in the Catholic Church, were killed for adultery, and yet they received revelation to shack up, only had sex for intimacy and children. Lust without love is a cursed sin. Their pure intent was so justified by revelation that they didn't even get married civilly. And God didn't even condemn it under the Gnostic law teaching of marriage. Not a piece of paper or anything. But God never, ever condoned or supported murder. So there are a lot of things with pure intent that could justify, but it's not. You won't find in the Bible. The Bible says, stone them to death for adultery. Uncircumcised woman, stone them to death, or make them slaves, polygamists. It's like straight out harsh punishment. Yet you could feel absolutely no guilt at all. And you can't get married. It could be the mafia's friggin' daughter. She's a Christian. The godfather put a gun in your head. You're not going to marry my daughter, but so you live together. Church will try and break you up. Fornication, break up, could be your best friend. There are pure intents, and you've got to read between the lines, the mysteries of Isaiah. There are a lot of things that we do, but you can't tell other Christians because you'll be immediately judged. Some bastard come along here, Baptist, and said, better to do porn than go and sit in coffee shops all day and talk to a woman about Jesus. You could be accused of adultery. You see what I mean? It's like the world's watching every little move and every sin and judge you. And yet you could go and live in a colony and you could have more than one woman, but not a lust thing, but a colonizing thing. It's whatever how it works. And that works for some people. But don't make it become a prophet and end up like some of the Mormon bloody polygamists and things. There are people that have done that, and they've lived quite comfortable to the day they died. I've met polygamists, and they're not that attractive. They're not Hollywood version, and the chiefs and the villages and things. So it's not like that. It's the Hollywood version. Yeah, oh, that doesn't seem right. It doesn't seem right. But when you got all these women with bones through their nose and everything, and you got 15 wives.
And monsters out there, like some pedophile bloke was
another one.
And he was talking about little kids, and he said, listen, children are meat, and I'm always going to believe that.
Yeah.
They're fucking meat.
Yeah.
And he said, I'm always going to believe that. This is a quote from the newspaper.
Yeah.
So there are monsters out there.
Yeah, monsters.
Fucking monsters.
Yeah.
I mean, what are we supposed to do about that?
Yeah. And yet and they don't even feel guilty. And I feel guilty over a fart or something,
That's what I mean, there are monsters.
Yeah.
With zero compassion or empathy.
Yeah.
So, and we have to live in a world with them and try to make sense of it.
Yeah.
And be happy.
Yeah. So why should I feel guilty because I don't pay tithing? I'd rather give it to the homeless, and I'm going to be cursed for that, according to some religions. You robbed God. You didn't give it to the church.
Well, that's the least problem. Just fucking don't do that. But it'd be more like, am I going to feel guilty about having a wank?
Yeah.
That would be more.
Yeah.
Significant thing.
Mate, I feel more guilty of gambling and losing thousands of dollars than having a wank.
Yeah, that would be.
At least that's free.
But the thing is,
but I don't.
The thing about having a wank, there's this whole area of semen retention and the power and the energy
building up.
How it, like you're just draining your power and your ability. There's that aspect.
There's something in it because I did a Kundalini sort of a yoga thing, twisted spine thing, and I had a big cum. No sex, no thought of a woman, and I was in bliss because I'd been meditating, fasting, and this thing happened.
Yeah.
So there's definitely a power in that, but it's built up. I didn't do it deliberately, and I think there is a release, but the Bible just condemns everything, naughty, punishment.
No, but just on a holistic level.
Yeah, holistic level.
It would seem that, losing your semen is, the data suggests that you're losing energy and power when you do that, and you're losing good juice.
Well, you might have an overdose of friggin' protein. You've got an overdose of protein. You need to release a bit of protein now and then. Get toxic with protein built up.
That's the other side of it.
Medical reasons.
That's the other side of it. There's that. Then you get that set of data as well. That happens. But then you get the other one which says it's much better to, as far as the activation goes, right? You know how we're talking about activating?
Yeah.
Well, as far as that goes, it's the other one. Don't do it. But the doctors and the world, they'll say, yeah, do it because of the prostate thing. But the ones who talk about activation, they say, no, don't do it.
The medical thing is very important. Some people kill themselves.
They're both important. And it doesn't mean, so here we are, and you're thinking, fuck, you know. So...
Yeah, but if porn stops you from having wife, family and kids, it's a friggin' bad thing. You're supposed to have a woman, someone you love, not someone you just lust for. You actually love her. Yeah. But if you can't get the woman,
got that one,
then what are you going to do? What happens to a man, because God hates divorce, right? So they split up, and they can't even have a wank.
Okay, so the meat on the bone here is that God must know about everything, okay?
Yeah.
He's either there or he's not.
Yeah.
If he's not there, nothing makes any sense, okay? But if he's there, okay, he knows about everything, right? So he must know what's going on. So, and in the Sermon on the Mount, Jesus tried to say, listen, God knows about everything that's going on. Don't worry about anything. He's got it all under control. Just concentrate on having your fruits. The fruits, what we're talking about, okay? And so this is where it comes back, brings everything.
We're not supposed to fear,
back.
right? But I've had near-death
fear.
experiences, literally, and went to a diabetic coma last year. Why the hell, when I was going into a diabetic coma, going cold as friggin' eyes, why did the shadows take me down? Why was I had demons all around me, pulling me down? I freaked out. And then I had a phone call from an angel. And there's nothing on it, not YouTube, anything. 3 times it rang, and the 3rd time it said, behold, Darryl, I have a marvellous work and wonder for you to do. Was that AI? I mean, disappeared, no phone number, nothing. I was comforted, but during the process, mate, the demons were ripping my guts out. And I was freaking out. I said, I'm going to hell. What have I done so wrong? Yeah. I'm not drinking baby's blood. I'm not robbing banks. Coveting my neighbour's friggin' ass. Why did I have to suffer like that? And then the phone rang. Now, maybe I was being comforted. The demons couldn't get me, but they were getting me at the time. I even got it captured on audio. Yeah. I don't know, but it was scary.
It says we're protected.
Tortured, yeah.
You know, like I said, I had a force field.
They came for the body. The demons or whatever came for the body. They wanted to tear me to bits.
I know.
And yet my Auntie Esther was a saintly woman, straight to the light. I guarantee she.
And so you just got a text message, was it?
I got an angel standing there hovering in the air. Wasn't YouTube. Didn't know where it come from. 3rd time it rang. I said, let me die. Put it down.
Did you see an angel?
I was on the phone. The phone rang me, and it was an angel standing there on the phone, hovering in the air. Yeah.
What, in the screen?
Yeah.
Inside, like a picture.
A video, alive
of an angel.
Of an angel. Twice, and then I put the phone down, let me die. I was going out to it. It rang again, and this time it said, behold, Darryl, I have a marvellous work and wonder for you to do. And big text, I didn't read it. I flicked back to see, where the hell is this? Nothing. No phone number, disappeared before my eyes. Never found it again. Yeah, true. I've actually made an audio when I was going out to it. Unexplainable.
Yeah. So, but where do we go from here?
From here? We are here.
So
suffering.
Getting back to this level, this next level. All right, the thoughts.
I just think when there was no phone, there was no phone, there was no media. Who would ring me then? What angel would come and then say the same thing then? Was it going to speak from the friggin' ceiling? Because it come through a media. It's modern technology. Could be an AI.
Beyond the light.
Yeah.
Remember? Beyond the light.
Yeah.
That was just a flash on the screen.
Remember? Yeah.
Just as little
I was talking about it. Next thing it flashed on the screen. The computer was asleep.
I just saw the end of it. I didn't get to read the word.
Yeah.
But I saw something.
Yep.
And you said, beyond the light. So I didn't actually see it. The word.
That was a high level that night.
But I just remember some colour.
Yep. Little glimpses, little miracles, just to let us know that God's watching.
Do you remember what colour the words were?
Let me get this right now. I can't remember. It was a blue background and a white. The words all in white, or the other way around. I can't remember, but it was beautiful picture of like cloud and the words popped up beyond the light. Yeah,
the white. Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah, so that's a bit like that text. So then here we are.
So it's like an angel come to get me. So as I was being desecrated by the demons. Scary, but remember that other dream I had when I was standing at a cliff and I fell over? Down I went, hit the sand, and next thing all these electric, what do you call it, lightning, screeching. There were a woman that just died in real life, hit the ground and freaked out like they died in their sin. They died drunkards and drug addicts and prostitutes and unrepentant. And they screeched and the demons come and grab them, take them away. And I went back up the top of the cliff. I was taken out of there. I remember the screech. It even hurt my ears. It was loud.
Did I tell you about the woman that I saw getting convicted, getting sentenced?
No.
They showed this video of these women in America, I assume, getting sentenced to 200, 400, 600 years. Okay, it's just life, obviously, you know. And talk about fucking female monsters.
Monsters,
mate.
yeah.
And one of them, she said, 200 years? Well, there better be a fucking McDonald's there then if I'm going to be there that long. And another one said, I'm not going to live that long, so I'm ripping you all off. And it's like, 600 years. So
yeah, kill their own kids.
there are monsters in the women.
Yeah.
You know? And just the look of them and in their eyes, and
demeanor.
there's no love there. And you just think, how did that happen? And so the only clue we've got is the two seeds.
Yeah.
That's the only clue.
Yeah, the first Adam million
That's the only clue. Because either it's a spiritual thing, and because Jesus was crucified before the foundation of the world, so that just knocks the whole thing right out of the ballpark. No one can possibly have any understanding, any real understanding of what happened, right?
Yeah.
We can only, so that means we can't know really what happened. So it's got to be about the fruits.
Our Adam 6,000 years ago, but the Adam before that, million years or so. And that's the other seed. Two gods, two Adams, two seeds, and the Lord God, divinity right there in his name, the second Adam.
It's just a clue
Yeshua.
that explains why these people can do these terrible things.
Yeah.
Because there's two different types of people here.
Yep.
That's all I'm saying, right? And what are you writing down?
Just the time. Time, yep. How many smokes I've had. I'm just trying to keep a limit. Yep, go on.
Yeah, so without using anyone else's nonsense, we're trying to work with the raw data that there are two seeds here.
Yeah.
Right? So we have to let that understanding, we have to try to get some kind of original take on that. That's not someone else's take on it. Right? You want your own take on it, not somebody else's. Right? And see, and that's the thing, you know. So, but that would explain why, you know, you get these people that do these things. It's because they're someone else. There's so few people that you can talk to about that, you know, they just don't know what you're talking about, you know, like two seeds, what are you talking about, you know, like, they just look at you like you're an idiot or something, or, you know, they've got no idea what you're talking about. So at least you and I can kick it around and sort of discuss it, you know, as rational, humble seekers.
Yeah, I just think no matter how much righteous or pure or clean we are, there's a part of us which aren't going to heaven. And that part will separate. And that part will be either annihilated or cooked or burnt up or whatever, or in hell. And the spirit taken out and go to heaven. But the other part's got to be consumed. Some say forever, some say annihilated. it's just something that's in us. Sludge boy's in us. He's got us. He's got us all. Anyone with carnal red blood, and we're fighting against that. Flesh, it's fighting more beyond. It's not just flesh and blood. It's principality of darkness, and it's in us. The creature is in us, and that fears death because it aren't going to the light.
But remember the promise.
The promise is there, yeah. But still, it's still scary.
But
see, when you had your accident, you went straight to the light.
But hang on, with all the stuff, there's one thing that he said that. One thing that God said that I'm always hanging on to. He said, "Behold, I make all things new."
All lack fulfilled.
No, he just said, "Behold, I make all things new." In other words, he just fixes everything.
Yeah.
Like, and you can't miss somebody when they're standing right in front of you.
Yeah.
In other words, so all the hurt, all the pain, all the grief, all the suffering, it just gets fixed. Behold, I make all things new. You know what you're talking about, like, who knows how it's going to go down? You're talking about there's going to burn them. No one really knows, but the raw data is, the promise is, he's going to make all things new again. And just got to kind of like, just to try to imagine that, right?
Yeah, that's thoughts.
Yeah, just
good thoughts.
That's a nice thought to generate, because that's one that you've generated yourself.
Because that's the real you.
That's you generating the thoughts.
And if you go back to the other thoughts, you're in fear, shame, guilt, hell.
You're getting the idea, mate. You're getting the idea. And we have to do this constantly.
Yeah.
Be aware of this.
See the cup half full rather than half empty.
Great example.
Yep. And that's why we need to be positive, because the negative polarity will drag us down and make us feel like shit.
Exactly. And then here's the next level. Mate, this is like, I think we're meant to be having this conversation because because of what we are a biochemical factory machine.
Yeah.
All right?
Yeah.
We're a machine that makes itself. We're a biochemical machine that makes itself and repairs itself and runs itself. All right? That's what we are in the organic material, in the organic universe, okay? We are this electromagnetic machine that runs itself and repairs itself. Right? And builds itself and replicates itself, where there's an amazing organism that does this. Right? So, that's a train of thought then. What were you saying? What did you say? That
how we drag ourselves down.
Yeah, okay, all right. So, we have all this biochemistry going on, all right? And these days they understand the quantum aspect of it as well. Well, they're getting an understanding of the quantum aspect of it, how we actually, scientists can actually see and interact and process our connection with the ether. But anyway, we are this energy, we are this electromechanical system. Now, our thoughts are connected to us. They are not us.
No.
But they are connected to us. All right? Now, in a real sense, they're connected, but they are not us. This is the understanding I'll explain, because it's important that you understand the difference.
That's it.
That there is us, and there are these thoughts. We won't say where they come from. That's not important, but relevant. But they are connected to us. All right? Now, whenever we have a thought, whatever thought it is, all right, whenever we have one, all right, it produces a certain chemical in our bioelectromagnetic matrix, okay?
Powerful.
Physical matrix, okay? It's connected. It's a physical thing. It can't be changed. Like when you cut yourself, you bleed, okay? When you have a thought, you produce a particular chemical, all right? It's part of the process. Otherwise, the thought couldn't get through. It needs the chemical, okay, for the brain to recognize and process it, okay? It's the brain's got to have something to work with. It can't just work with air, okay? So the thought activates a particular chemical.
Yep.
All right. Now, so the extreme version of that is something happens and you think, oh, you bastard, and so you have that thought and you start to feel angry. Okay. So the thought and the anger are kind of connected. All right.
Yep.
So, but without that thought, there wouldn't have been the anger.
No.
All right.
Detached.
So the thoughts are connected to us through chemicals. Right now, this is all Joe Dispenza, Bruce Lipton. They've done all the medical science on this area. Okay, epigenetics, and they've proved it and shown it and watched it. This is all fully established now. Okay, every thought produces a chemical, and the chemical then produces a reaction that sort of ripples through the whole body, okay, through the whole organism, okay, that chemical. So, but there are chemicals that sort of like cortisol, which produce
stress,
and cortisol and adrenaline, which produce stress and have a particular effect on the body, like a negative down effect, okay.
And dopamine?
Yeah, well, then you get your things like dopamine,
yeah,
okay, which has the opposite effect.
Yeah.
Right? But it's the thought that produces the chemical, all right? So if you get that understanding that we are not our thoughts, and you're having a thought that you could feel is producing a bad chemical, all right, like a feeling within yourself that you don't want to feel like, okay? Well, if you have this understanding, and I've done this in the last couple of weeks, I've done this a few times and I've noticed it, okay, because I've been trying to find the time to, or trying to find the right moment to test it. And I've tested it a few times.
Right.
Looking at it objectively with this line of, I'm not my thought. So a thought comes in and I feel a certain way. So I made an effort to change the thought. All right. I just made a whole conscious focused effort to change that thought. And I felt the difference immediately in my body. I thought, it's fucking true, it works. It does work. I felt it straight away. I was starting to feel a certain way. The negative thought was starting to make me feel a certain way. So I made a point of completely erasing it and putting a positive thought in there, right? And straight away I started to feel different.
I'm glad you can do that. When I was fasting and going through the blues and the negative thoughts, the Mormon programming, the religious thing, man, my cortisol stress tripled. And as soon as I had some dopamine, which is a smoke and a coffee, snapped out of it instantly, as got me out of a mental hospital too, and I never used to smoke. I said, I can't put up with this shit. But 21 days of that, my God.
Now how to get those thoughts without the
Without.
Yeah, okay. But we're on the right track.
You're on the right track,
Getting some understanding. And I did a test and I felt it. I actually felt different in my body. Like I felt it lift.
Yeah.
You know, that queasy, like depressive, dark, toxic, sludgy energy.
Yeah, going to hell. Yeah.
Because I knew it was linked with those thoughts.
Yeah.
So I changed it because I have got this new understanding that I am not my thoughts.
Well, that's a form of meditation because you've arrived at an awareness.
True. We are not our thoughts. But we have to understand that, right? Because otherwise, they just take us to all sorts of places. They even kill us. They even say, kill yourself, you fucker. And we do, right? So, but it seems that, and I suppose in ancient Egypt, and in the old world, it was this kind of stuff that was taught, right? But then that all changed.
Yeah.
And then it went to, well, you have to have a belief.
Yeah.
You have to have a certain thought. It's going to be this one.
Obedient.
And no other one. but you got to believe this.
Dogma got in.
No other thought, just believe this, what we're telling you now. You got to believe this. Whereas in the earlier world, it was more like what we're talking about, not believing any of the data, okay, getting out of that and getting into what we're supposed to actually be, like getting activated to be this energetic being that does actually integrate and engage with the universe and, you know, get the coin out of the fish's mouth and all that stuff. Well, why did he do all that stuff? Just to obviously show us, look.
Yeah, and all that advanced technology, but in the spiritual aspect, the Egyptian thing, even though it turned to pagan, false god, kill little baby infants, treat the slaves like shit, within the realm of the palace where they treat each other like royalty and stuff, but they hated the slaves, the Israelites, they were practicing the alchemy of love-making, and you've watched a lot of YouTubes on this. There's real deepness and love, in love. You know how when you fall in love and the dopamines fire up and you got that in love feeling and everything goes right. They were practicing all of that. And how did it turn to shit? They thought they had to sacrifice little infant babies to keep that dopamine or that feeling alive. They thought that they had to kill something to get that power of even the love and alchemy of it all. And that's where they went wrong. They didn't accept Jesus. They accepted the aliens and all that Nephilim thing went on, the fallen angel thing. So in Christ consciousness, and then you got the religious say, oh, but it's a sin to even think of love. Oh, we want to have a nice cuddle. Oh, I love to have a woman companionship. Or turn to a friggin' robot then, which no love in that. So you get this religion tell you, when you're already feeling quite good about it, and you're told, oh, no, you can't be with someone unless you're physically married or in a Catholic church, Mormon church, whatever church. But you're already clear until you start associating with public display and get told otherwise and get made to feel guilty. So I get to these levels, and then it just takes somebody off the street or a church or anybody to say, you're on the wrong track. You're on the wrong track. I haven't seen you at church. Oh, you're a wayward, you're a drifter, you're this and that. I'm at peace, and then my peace is taken. You know how you talk about how you can lose your peace? That friggin' world wants to rob you of your peace. You've already found the peace, but then you think, well, I'm a bit bored now. I mean, I would love to share this, and you pop up sort of thing. You're the only one in the friggin' world. I got Peter. He's a lovely guy. He's into nature. He's really into power of the nature spirits thing, but that's okay. But no one else, really. No one else in the whole friggin' world, because it's all nonsense to them. So there's no spirit in it. It's just, so I get there and then I come back. Then I have to keep coming back. If I was in a desert with lots of water, I don't know, but that's not the case. We are living in a civilized world of bullshit, and we can't escape it. So we've got to be part of it in some way, but not in the world, but not of the world.
Yeah, that's the quandary, isn't it? Yeah.
So I don't think we're condemned, because God already knows what we have to put up with. And I don't think we're going to know until we die what actually happens, separation from this ego thing.
I want to know now, because we keep getting told that we can be more than this.
Yes, exactly.
So why aren't we being more than this? What are we doing wrong?
Well, the whole Illuminati and the frequencies and the
it's got to come back to...
It's stopping it.
We need to... I don't think this stuff's not helping us, but we keep doing it.
Yeah,
Coffee, the city's job, you know.
Well, there's a limit.
This kind of lifestyle
doesn't stop us from talking about it.
Yeah. Well,
it does.
The environment just kind of demands that, but at least we're making an effort, because we're trying to find particular words in our conversations that have meaning.
If you and I ended up in friggin' hell cooking, what sort of God is that? No, I don't think so. But I think we'll have a taste of it, because all that ego's got to be burnt up, annihilated, or burn, I don't know, whatever. But it's just part of us, and we have to live with Sludge Boy, because he's part of it. And we've got to wheel and deal with bloody the demons of our own self.
Someone have one of these, man.
Oh, thanks.
That's what I bought them for.
What's the brand?
Parker and Simpson.
Oh, good one. Good brand.
$40.
Well, shit.
But that's what I just
At least you're working.
Sit here and have a conversation. I don't buy them. I got the $15 blues. That you've got them back.
I prefer the gold.
So
lighter.
I've been getting the $15 one, so I don't buy these
No,
anymore.
not normally. This is a top quality.
This is a special occasion,
Very smooth. Yeah. Okay.
Go and just so we can sit here and have a ciggy.
Yeah. Well, you turned up, and so that's like a kind of like an earthly angel turn up. It's like okay. I'll come out of the 3-day bloody meditation thing, but then I was starting to fade. And my legs were packing up. I was starting to just let go. Felt like my organs were packing up. I hadn't been eating. Now it's like God sends people, you know?
This song, right, that we're talking about, the music, okay. I'll tell you where I am with the music, all right? I'm kind of, for the first time, I'm starting to get scared that nothing's ever going to happen with it. Okay? Now don't say that because this is so fucking important to me, mate. It's like an existential fucking crisis. Okay? But I'm talking about for me, how I'm feeling, alright?
Mm-hmm.
Just starting to get scared that nothing might happen, and that means something to me.
Well, I did open up a porthole, which means we discovered something, and that realm is one of the realms of peel of the onion, and it's noted, but it represents something more spiritual than world. Portal.
Of what?
Well, the beautiful song that we wrote is like a portal. It captured the whole essence of what 70s and early 80s.
Okay, well, in the light of that, what I was trying to say, like I'm for the very first time starting to get scared nothing might happen. So, in that context, I need us to do this. Me, I need us to do this because right now it's the only one link left I've got to the music in my head. You know what I'm saying? It's the last link to the music.
You can put on YouTube or whatever.
No, but doing something, anything.
Well, I am doing it.
Yeah, well, I'm not.
Oh, well, that's...
You know what I mean? No, I'm just trying to tell you how it is with me. You know what I mean? And that it's like, I need us to do this.
Did you know that Hollywood or somebody came on my channel and offered me $10,000 if I could write the score to a composition that I wrote for a movie theme?
Yeah,
but I don't know how to friggin' write the score. $10,000, my goodness.
Anyway,
yeah.
All I need to do is I'll bring the mixer over and we'll just record straight into that. Okay? And also, I'll bring the condenser mic, okay? And we can put it into the top of the piano, alright? Take the lid, the top of the piano, the acoustic, okay? We can drop the mic into there and we can have both, alright? So we can have the piano, we can have the acoustic and the electric, we can record them both, alright? Because that song really deserves the acoustic, certain parts of it, okay? And with the mixer, we can put strings down if we want to do something like that, we can get creative in that respect, alright? But that song needs the acoustic, it deserves it, especially the intro, alright? So I've got the condenser mic, and we put that.
Yeah, mate. I did put that song out on YouTube a couple of years ago and got nearly 1,000 views. That's it. That's the moment of fame. Not that I was seeking that, but what are you trying to get out of it? What is your achievement?
It feels like it's unfinished. You and me. It's unfinished. That whole thing.
Perhaps we should.
It needs to be. We have it. It says, it needs to be finished. It's not. We were supposed to.
Maybe it should be a biography attached to it about our life journey.
Well, let's just do it first. Okay, and it won't. Like I said, you've already got it in you. I just need to bring the mixer over, and you just need to be in the right frame of mind, and then we'll do it. Just record it. That's all. Are you okay with that?
Yeah, I've got to take all the crap off the top of the piano to do it, but yeah.
Yeah, I don't want to take much. But you okay with that idea? We'll do it like that? All right. So we don't need the USB, you know what I mean? We just record it straight in.
Oh, the mixer, yeah.
But we won't need them because we're going to record into the mixer.
Right.
You know,
it'll be good. It'll be for your pleasure to listen to over and over.
And put the guitar on.
Yeah, but I don't know if it'll lead to anywhere.
No, but no one knows anything.
No, it's our journey. I think first song we ever wrote. Yeah.
And it's not. Yeah, we didn't finish it.
No. And religion took me away anyway. What a journey! Big circle, come right back to. But now I've not even come back there. I've come back to something that's detached from everything.
Can we do it on the weekend?
I'm going to Mum's soon, mate. I'll let you know. Just ready to go next week.
Yeah, well, okay, well, I'll be just waiting, and you let me know as soon as you've got the space, and you feel like you've got a couple of hours.
All right.
Just immediately call me.
All right.
And
okay.
Work it out, and I'll come. I'll just bring the mixer over, and it only takes a couple of hours.
You got electric guitar?
Hey?
Electric guitar?
No, I won't be bringing that over. Just the mixer, just to record the piano.
Oh, then you'll...
I'll just take that home.
Oh, yeah. You can add your guitar later.
Yeah.
Oh, in that case, that sounds better.
And we can record, with the condenser mic, we can record
the
acoustic. Alright?
Alright.
And the electric piano.
Yeah. Good. Good quality recording.
We'll do a mix.
Okay.
Yeah.
And that can be put onto USB at later stage.
Yeah.
And then
I'll do that at my place.
And then that could be... How does that get onto YouTube?
Well, I just bring the USB over and you put it in your computer.
Yep.
And
bring that up as an upload and onto YouTube. Okay, got it. Okay.
That's it.
Not the phone, but the computer.
Yeah, I'll bring the USB over, which will have the...
Yeah.
Because we've got a video on as well. So after I've put the guitar
we're video it.
Then we're going to video it.
There you go.
And then I'll go and mix that onto the video.
All pre-recorded.
And then make a little video with us.
Do you know how to format USBs and that?
Yeah.
I've got a Chrome computer which is antivirus, but it's not Microsoft. It's not it's not Windows, and they don't have a system on it to operate USB. When you put it up, you can't even push it and get it. You know how to format it, so you got to download Google app for USB.
Yeah, I'm not really up on
See, that's the thing about the Chrome. It's
that's why
people go for Microsoft, and
go near Chrome.
but it doesn't get a virus. Yeah. It's got 13-hour battery life compared to 8 something. Yeah. Anyway, so right. So no work today. They didn't even tell you there's no work today. Just rock up at work and find out there's no work today.
Well, they put the roster board out last night, and I saw that I wasn't on it, but it was too late to ring. I didn't know who to ring, so I wasn't sure. Yeah. So I went there just in case it was a mistake, or if they did have work for me.
How far did you have to drive?
Osborne Park.
Oh yeah, not far. Okay.
So up and down. So I thought, I dropped in, said hello to Ben, and then I thought it was a good chance to drop in and see you and catch up and So yeah, I'll go shortly.
All right, mate. Well, thank you very much for you.
So yeah, okay. So when you think you've got the space, give us a call and I'll come over and
All right. Yeah.
we'll just record it.
Right.
Um,
Any last words with any spiritual concept that you want to share that I'd like to finish up with?
Apparently, Trump's going down in flames.
Is he?
It's like it was, to me, it was obvious right at the very start that this was going to happen, because America is a land, I can hear myself saying this to people, America is a land of lawyers and judges.
Yeah.
Right? That's what it's made of, right?
Mm.
And you can't tell all those lawyers and judges to get fucked. You just can't do it, because they're going to get you. If you try to do that, you might win a battle or a couple of battles, but you're going to lose that war, because eventually they're going to say, tell us to get fucked, will you? Or guess what? We're the law and you can go and sit in a box. You know what I mean? Because that's what we do. We tell people who tell us to get fucked to go and sit in a box. So guess what, Mr. Trump? Go and sit in a box. That's exactly what's going to happen. Right? Regardless of who it was, he kind of missed that. Right? Because that's the kind of country America really is. It's made of these lawyers and judges and law. That's their whole career in life, is the law and the Constitution. You can't mess with that. That's everything to them. And he comes along and just starts kicking the shit out of the Constitution and firing all the judges and telling all the judges and lawyers to get fucked, I'm going to do what I want. Well, he got away with it for a little while, but it was obvious to me, it must have been obvious to a lot of other people too, that eventually it's just going to get him.
So what did he do great?
Exactly what's happening.
Did he make America great again?
No.
No.
Not at all.
See?
No, he made it the opposite.
Opposite. Oh my God.
You know?
Oh, corrupted. Friggin' billionaire. Spoon-fed.
Oh, he's just a village idiot. That's how he's been carrying on. And he's making these deals. I make a deal, and having taken Canada and making fucking Gaza the new Riviera of the Middle East, and taking Greenland and the Gulf of fucking Mexico, and all these outlandish fucking statements that he made, and going to finish the war in one day, and now it's, let them fight their little hearts out, you know, and then, you know, and there's one real nasty thing that's floating around about him, okay, and this keeps coming up. It came up again the other day, I saw it. Apparently, and this is what's out there, all right, is that years ago, right, he raped a 13-year-old girl, and yeah,
who did?
Trump. Right, this is what's out there. Years ago, he raped a 13-year-old girl, and she reported it. All right, it's actually reported that she made the complaint, but then he intimidated her and her family into keeping quiet about it and not pressing the charges, right? And it all went quiet.
Probably got some money out of it.
Well, but did something. But if that actually did happen, he's finished. Totally. God. But this keeps coming
Pussy
up.
snatcher.
I'm just saying, this keeps coming up. It's a story that's out there about him. 3 times I've seen it come up, right? 3 times. This 13-year-old girl keeps coming up.
Oh my God.
And he's been using his position the whole time to keep all this stuff quiet. But if he loses that position, all the stuff that he's been keeping quiet is going to come up and get him. Right? God. It hasn't gone away.
No.
He's just been keeping it away from him. But it's still there, and now it looks like it's all coming to get him. Which was so obvious. Like, of course it's going to come and get you. It's karma. You just don't. It's cause and effect, you know, like you do something, there's, you know, like consequences for your actions somewhere along the line, you know. Maybe not tomorrow, but eventually there will be. And it's looking like and it looks like he's going to, the way they're talking, he's going to lose everything, all these properties and everything, because of all these fraud cases and everything that he's just pushed away, because he said, no, I'm pushing it all away, I'm Donald Trump, I don't give a shit. He's pushed it away, but it hasn't disappeared. And now it's like looks like it's closing in on him.
The demons have come to bite his ass.
And they might take everything, all his estates and all his hotels and everything, right? He might lose everything. And end up in prison.
Yeah.
And here he was talking about running for another term of president. It doesn't look like he's going to get through this one. They have just decided to impeach him. He's just been impeached again, right? Doesn't mean that it's going to be successful, right? But they actually filed the papers. One Democrat bloke filed the papers. Apparently he's the same one that always files them, but he's done it again because of all this stuff that Trump keeps doing, right? And this time, see, he's had 5 impeachments. This is the 5th one. So, yeah, he's in a world of pain as far as all that stuff goes. But it's just, he did it himself. He's got a megalomaniac narcissist, malignant narcissist.
Yeah, it's a choice of the lesser evil, but then again, you don't hate the left, you don't hate the right. I mean, I did choose the right, but still corrupt. Either way, it's still full of corruption. All politics, and Jesus had nothing to do with politics, none of this world. Charlie Kirk gets shot. He mixed politics with church and state. The Bible warned against that. Discriminating, but
2 state troopers just got shot yesterday in America, in Washington, or at the Capitol.
What for?
They're not sure why. They killed the bloke that did it, but so Trump's going to have something to say about this, and he could use this, because he's been trying to weaponize the military and send them into the cities and everything. Okay, well, he could use this, right, and say, I told you, now I'm going to do it, right, and do it even harder, right, because he's desperate. He's looking for something. He's looking for a distraction, right, something to take the public's mind off the Epstein thing and the Russian thing and all the things he's said he was going to do and hasn't done. And he needs something for other people, something else for people to think about. And I could see how he could maybe spin this to this whole thing about bringing the military into the cities. We'll have to wait and see on that one, but it's just like, he doesn't seem to care about Ukraine, right? Ukraine and Europe. He doesn't get it. After every other president before him, since 1917, has understood that the Russians aren't to be trusted, right? They're communists, and we had a Cold War and everything, okay? And every other president before him has understood that, right? And all American policy has always been that way, that the Russians can't be trusted. We've got all these weapons pointing at them, and they've got all these weapons pointing at us, and blah, 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 right? And all of a sudden he comes along, just changes the whole game completely. Oh, yeah, no, the Russians can be trusted. Yeah, they're good guys. Yeah, I've known Putin for years, Yeah,
well, Putin hates him at the moment, I think. It's upset Putin even.
Well, yeah, we'll see. It's dragging on because they're both saying things that don't happen. Putin said he's going to take Ukraine in a few weeks. Well, that didn't happen. Trump said, yeah, I'm going to end that war in 1 day. Didn't happen. They're both saying all these things, drawing all these lines that are constantly getting crossed. After 4 years of this, it's just becoming rhetorical. And meanwhile, the killing is still going on, and the politics of it is just like it's a shit show. So, but he's just reversed America's policy over the last 70 years just because he wanted it, because he thought so.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
No, he's decided to do that. Fuck, I don't care what our traditions and, you know, our constitution and everything, all our state departments, and I don't care what they've been building for all these years. I don't care about any of that. This is the new stuff I'm going to clean out.
Yeah.
And yeah, Putin, yeah, he's great. Yeah, the Russians, yeah, we'll look after the Russians. But he's coming on. He's just an amateur. You know, he was real estate salesman.
Yeah.
What the fuck does he know about international diplomacy?
Yeah.
And you know, long-standing international politics and the foundations and the kind of the ramifications of all that's going on over there. It's like he's completely ignorant of all that. The fact that, you know, that Putin is a dyed-in-the-wool born KGB USSR person, and that's all he understands is the USSR, and he's trying to bring that back. That's so obvious, because, and you can't take that away from him as an individual, because he was born into that.
Yep.
That's the kind of animal he is. USSR, yeah, we're going to take those countries back. Poland, Czechoslovakia, yeah, they all belong to the USSR, you know. That's what he was born into. All those countries got taken away after it was his reality, that all those Eastern Bloc countries all part of the USSR. It's like us, it's like the Chinese taking Rottnest, you know what I mean?
The island.
And us sort of thinking, oh no, we're going to get Rottnest back. Oh, well, it's like, no, that's not a good example. It's like they just, say he just can't conceive of the idea of those countries not being part of the USSR, because that was his reality.
Yep.
He can't let that go.
Yep.
And as far as he's concerned, it's his job and his responsibility as the president to fix that. And Trump doesn't seem to get that at all. The Europeans get it, and they don't want that. They don't want to be a part of the USSR.
Yeah.
They no way.
Communist, yeah.
Then, because they
And talking about communists, just to sidetrack a bit, the Bible says the Antichrist come out of Europe, but most people are saying Antichrist is going to come out of the Middle East. Middle East is not Europe, is it?
No.
So they reckon the Antichrist is going to be Middle Eastern, not going to come out of Europe. I mean, that would prove bullshit.
It would depend on where he's born.
Ah.
But then it could have gone anywhere after that.
Yeah. Now, Russia is not Middle East, is it? Russia's not Europe.
No, but Russia is Rus. That's supposed to be, you know, one of the big, the King of the North.
King of the North, which is part of prophecy. Yeah. All right, better let you go, mate.
Yeah. And so we've actually got a comet on either side of us at the moment. They've just spotted the second one. So there's two on each side of the Earth, and they're both about in the same position. All right. So in the next few weeks, they're going past us right now, right? And no one knows what they are. No astronomer or anything. No one is telling us. If anyone knows what they are, they're not telling. Right?
Well, who was that? Well, you said that guy that. What did he do? What do you have? That guy that saw aliens on this place, on this thing that's come.
Yeah.
What was he doing? Dreaming or what?
Remote viewing, astral travel.
Astral traveling.
Yeah, they call it remote.
What, a
viewing.
Westerner or a bloody?
Well, have you heard the term remote viewing?
No, never heard of it.
Okay, well, the American government, someone in the American government heard years ago, someone in the American government heard about astral travelling, They heard that the spiritual people can astral travel and visit other places,
yeah.
So they thought, whoa, maybe we can go and spy on the Russians. This is what really happened, So they thought, let's train some people to go astral travelling, and they can go and spy on the Russians for us during the Cold War. So they set up this big department, a big whole organisation within the American government, okay? And it's programmed, all right, to train people to go astral travelling, and they called it remote viewing, all right? Not astral travelling, but remote viewing, where people, so they've hooked up all these different sound frequencies and got all the right kind of people and certain diets and sound frequencies and everything, and got them to astral travel, okay? And told them that when you get out of here, you're going to go to Russia and see what they're doing, all right? So it was one of those people who did remote viewing, in other words, left his body on purpose, okay? And this is what he said, made the video. You can see his face and everything. He said, I remote viewed, I left, and I went to the comet to see, have a look. And said, and inside I saw 5 million reptilian soldiers in cryo sleep.
Wow.
And he said, this is not necessarily a bad thing, but when you're travelling through the universe and, you know, you need to stop at certain places every now and then, you never know when you might need a bit of backup. So that's what he said. He basically implied that they're backup in case they have any trouble. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So any problems that come up, they can on any planet. They've got some backup to deal with it. So that's what. So they're not necessarily evil; they're just backup. That's what he said. And I mean, why would someone? Is that just clickbait? You know what I mean? Is it all just fucking clickbait? Or is there 1% of it kind of some substance in it, or are they all just these gum flappers and?
5 million bloody reptilian alien soldiers on a what? On a some type of spaceship.
Yeah.
They're huge, like a planet.
Yeah. It's huge.
Like the moon is hollow and they all live in the moon, and it's all been set up by aliens to spy on us and be part of this Earth.
I saw this video, right? You know, there's craters on the moon. How they all look the same.
Yeah.
Okay. I saw. It's supposed to be a video of the moon, all right, and it look just like the moon. You can see these craters, and one of the craters, which looked just like all the other craters, suddenly opened up, and the fucking ship flew in, and then the crater closed again, and it looked just like one of those other craters. And that's and it looked grainy and everything, you know, like
artificial.
So if that was all bullshit, someone went to a shitload of trouble to make that video and make it look like the moon and the lighting and everything. It must have taken hundreds of hours to do that.
Yeah.
You know?
All this. It's funny, you know, because the friggin' Mormon prophet said, there's 7 to 10 foot Quakers living on the moon. They all laughed at him. I mean, he's saying there's people, aliens, living on the friggin' moon.
And see this little ship sailing in.
Yeah.
And then it closed up and it looked just like the craters.
Yeah. And it's artificial. The moon is just a big metallic thing covered with craters and whatever. And it's a whole civilization of these species living in the moon.
Which is why all the craters are about the same depth.
Yeah.
There's no real big, huge ones.
Yeah.
You think there'd be big chunks out of the moon, wouldn't you? You know? Like, because look at our craters here, huge big holes, you know, 20, 30 miles across, great big, and this is this crater, the Arizona crater, and this is this crater. You know, huge, deep things. So there's like none of that up, we've never seen any of that up there. You know? They're all very much the same. Yeah, I know.
Like you said, who made them? So... Yeah. Do they come in the name of Jesus Christ? Not at all. Normally.
Well, that's what they're going to be asked. That's for sure. Yeah. Wouldn't it be great for finally, like all of a sudden, it's just the sky tears apart and there's a big eye looking at us. You know, like this image that I saw of
the shroud.
Of the comet that the person said is consciousness, pure consciousness, coming through, travelling through. The way they had the centre of it and the light and the brightness of the light, and I was just looking at it, and got a couple of goosebumps looking at it, and thinking about it, and it's just the shape of it certainly wasn't unpleasant to look at. The light of it wasn't unpleasant to look at, and just thinking about, well, what if that, it's just the idea that was God coming back, just sailing through Sludge Boy's universe, right, as this pulse of light that is completely unstoppable. Sludge Boy's going to get a chance of stopping, and he's just sailing through, like decided, no, I'm going through. Yeah, it was like a bit like the story of how Jesus came to get Sophia. As he came through each level, who are you, stranger? And he didn't answer, he just opened his coat.
Yep.
And the light,
Yep.
And then he just travelled on.
Yep.
Right? A bit like that.
A bit like that, yeah.
Yeah, that's that sort of thing, that type of light coming
through the
just unstoppable.
dimensions of space and time, yeah.
Who are you, stranger? Stand aside.
Yeah.
So this is to the Archons.
The
Archons would approach you.
When Jesus went to visit the spirits in prison, yeah.
Yeah, and so on each level, the Archon of each level would approach him as he was coming.
You know what I call them? From the top level white robe demons to the black robe demons, or the hairy ass, hairy tongue, low intelligent demons down below. That even scratch little babies. But the high class, high intelligent demons, Mormon Church, sealing up demons, all white robe ones. The Catholic Church, the black robe demons, like that sort of dark and dreary.
Yeah.
Pick your level and that's your bullshit.
It's all part of
And Jesus is above it all. He's above it all. The astral plane, even deception. White robe.
Just all the 12 eons. Yeah,
eons.
Full of it. He's taken the lot.
Yeah. Yeah, there's quite a few layers of the onion there.
Yeah.
Right down.
But he came through each of the 12 layers.
Yeah.
And
they
each
were like
time the
vampires,
Archon would approach him as he got there and confront him. Who are you, stranger?
Yeah. I actually had the dream when Jamie was here, the Buddhist guy.
Yeah.
He was here, and I dreamt I went to the astral plane because he's talking about his guru. He's got a lot of respect for the guru, because Jamie used to be atheist. He fell off a mountain, broke his back or something, and the Buddhists put him back together, the village. Anyway, he became Buddhist. And I met his guru, high level one, white robe one, and I remembered in the dream, do you come in the name of Jesus Christ? And he turned to a vampire, bloody fangs are like, argh, and pissed off. And Jamie was in the dream, and Jamie pulled a face like a vampire. He was, don't talk to my guru like that. I've got a lot of respect. He's my guideline. What do you call it? My guide. And next day we woke up. We sat and talked about. Jamie went on about this again, and I said, "Did you know I had a dream last night?" Well, actually, yeah, that's right. And I said, "I met your guru." And when I said, "Do you come in the name of Jesus Christ?" he just turned into a vampire. And suddenly Jamie just faced the look. It was exactly what I saw in the dream. He says, "Well, what are you going to mention Jesus for?" See? It was like disrespecting my guru. I said, "I'm sorry, Jamie," but I said, he's never come back and visited since. But he's very spiritual in a lot of ways.
Oh, you upset that other guru.
Yeah. Yeah.
That was so. There's something going on. I mean,
that's the way you test it.
It's got to be stupid and ignorant to just say that there's nothing going on. That it's all just
that's arrogance,
in our heads, and it's just all our fantasies and neurons interacting and clashing, and just electrical energy firing, and creating these images, and that's all we are, and it's just.
Well, the natural man is
us.
Not the spiritual.
It's just an accident, which is kind of evolved over time, and
it
doesn't really mean much. It was just a couple of a few billion years ago.
Yeah.
A couple of chemicals got together in a pond, and the bolt of lightning hits it. And
who created the chemicals in the first place? Who created the matter? I'll have one smoke with you before we go.
Yeah, come on. I'll make one more coffee before
Yeah.
I make.
Thanks, man. Take one?
Yeah?
Can I take one?
Can you just wait?
Yeah, I'll wait. Okay.
Till I make my coffee and then...
Yep. Alright.
I'll sit down here and have a sit. This has been a
Productive, yeah.
good chat.
Inspiring. So the spirit is not the flesh, it's not the natural man, it's not the thought, it's...
No, and it's not the thoughts.
But everything
either.
else is just...
Even our thoughts, we've
Yeah.
got to understand that.
Yeah.
Because otherwise, you know, somehow I knew this intuitively so long ago, and I even remember saying it to people. You know,
Yeah.
like, it's taken this long for it to kind of work its way in and for it to actually mean something.
Yeah.
But I can remember
Well, see,
saying
the
to somebody
Essenes, the Essenes used to take a very low dose of cannabis and stuff as a ritual thing, like green tea or something.
Yeah,
And
of
but they went to these places of awareness, and once they got there, they didn't need the cannabis anymore. They said it was just a quickening, but it was in the mind, and then they recognised that they're in the mind, and then they go into the spirit of it. But they said, we are so ignorant. What do you want?
You've got sugar, haven't you?
In the cupboard, mate. There. Yeah. Somewhere. On the side. So, we can spend a whole lifetime in ignorance. So,
Most people do.
so they did speed it up a little bit with substance, some type of ritual that was justified. Apparently Jesus administered some of these things, but not much. Very, very low dose. Just enough, you know.
Like a
But
holy oil type thing.
yeah, the holy oil thing. And once they experienced it, they didn't need it anymore because they live in the
Because
they live in the
took it
awakening.
to another level.
So you and I talking like this,
Right.
we have arrived. So we don't need to do the 40-day thing or whatever, unless you. I mean, it's you're already there, but the flesh, the natural man is still real, and it still wants pleasure or some satisfaction for those dopamines fire up. But you don't have to be sitting in a cave meditating, but we are talking about it. We're not ignorant. And when you leave this world, we'll find out, because it'll be separating the layers of the onion. You may look at yourself and see a pathetic creature and say, was that me? Just like we look at Satan and we say, was that the devil? That worm, that thing?
Caused all that trouble? That thing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll be looking and seeing that we're part of this bullshit. We couldn't escape it, not in this life entirely.
I've experienced that, and we both sort of experienced that.
Yeah.
How that sort of feels.
Yeah.
That liberation and that understanding that there's a lot more to this than meets the eye.
Yeah.
We both had that.
But it doesn't stop him ripping our guts out, because he's the Grim Reaper. And when people are passing on, or it'd be sudden death or slow death or torture death, it's still painful. It makes you think that you're going to hell because of the pain, if you've ever experienced what I have. And then something will come and comfort you and say, well, you're one of mine, not one of Satan's. I would say I would say one of my fears is I haven't done enough. One of my fears would be I haven't done enough. You know, we don't have.
Tell me about it.
And there will probably be some regret because we could have and we didn't, or what?
Well, that's why we're having this conversation.
Yeah.
Because it's not over, and I don't want it to be over. I don't want to start thinking.
You're like your poor old dad. Suddenly he's all full of. He's like a boxer, professional. Next thing he's locked nursing home, dead. Strong Bob, you know, good old Bob, good father.
I don't want to start thinking that it's over, so that's why we're here talking like this. And what are we you and I, going to do?
Or be,
which has got nothing to do with anyone else in the world out there at the moment, okay? It's just you and me talking.
I think the spiritual DNA connection, if there is some type of comeback thing, time travel thing, incarnation, whatever, we'll meet again, man. Start all over again. This time we'll be filthy rich because we've had it poor. Now we have it next. Look, we don't know, but forever is happening now. The past, the present, future happening at the same time. This is metaphysics, and these scenes teach all this. We can choose to come back. It's already happened. It's not that it's going to happen. It's already happened. Deja vu. Yeah, I've been here before. Meet your girlfriend again, all over again. The one that you really love. You come back, meet her. This time she doesn't have an abortion. Next thing you're having kids and everything's different. You got money, you got prosperity, but it's already happened. It's those connected people that you love in this life. You meet them again. Otherwise, it's not heaven. What are we, friggin' clones? By the speed of thought, that spirit, that is, we can go anywhere. Sure, we can come back, I suppose. Not just sitting there playing harps all day. Satan would love that, a rock concert in heaven. We're doing things, busy, and spiritually equipped. So I think that we could come back when my dog didn't get killed or I didn't have the accident, I become an astronaut, relive again. We got forever. So heaven would be beautiful to be able to have that lived. It already happened.
No, but there's something wrong.
Yeah.
There's something wrong. There's too much suffering. You know, it's too much. It's not, and the terrible things that happen to
people, innocent people.
Something's wrong.
Yeah, little babies being
fucking wrong. Like you go, I'm walking amongst the flowers, and it's lovely, and the angel comes and said, "No, you have to go back."
Yeah, and be tortured.
What about? No, I'm not. I'll go back if you come back with me and fix things, but. Do you know got any idea how bad it is down there? And you're up here saying, something's wrong with that.
Yeah, what is wrong with it?
How could it be so nice? You know what? One of the Egyptian pieces of wisdom that's really popular, one of the sayings, is that as above, so below. And that's kind of in the Bible as well, okay? So in other words, everything here on the earth is a kind of a shadow or representation of what's in heaven, all right? Okay, as above, so below, all right? And so below, as above, below, so as above. So if you take that on face value, literally, as above, so below, well, when you look at what's happening down here, it must be a hell of a mess up there. You know what I mean? If as above, so below is true, and that's from Thoth, Hermes, Truth, Megistus, you know, the basic foundation of fucking Hermetic philosophy. As above, so below. It's the main catch cry. Well, there must be a shit show up there then, right? So this is what you and I are talking about. If Sludge Boy's got the whole thing, yeah, there's a shit show up there, and it's nonsense everywhere in the whole universe.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? The whole thing. And it's like, and right at the moment, there's nothing you and I can do about that. That's a pretty...
See, some Christians... Christians say that we were never in heaven. Heaven... That's after we get our body back. we're in a place which is not heaven, which could be the shithole, where it's still a bit of a testing ground, and we choose to come here to be tortured and suffer and murdered and killed. It's not even heaven. We've come from somewhere else. We're all stuck on this place, and we'll be sent down here.
Okay, that's the bullshit. Okay, that's the data. But what you and I can talk about, we can talk about the raw data. Okay.
Yeah.
Now, that's things like I was going to say that first of all, the Bible says there is war in heaven. Okay?
Yeah.
That's raw data. Okay?
Raw data, yeah.
No bullshit. Well, that's the raw data. There's war in heaven. So that kind of feeds into what we just said.
Yeah.
The other thing is that, remember, like at the beginning, after the fall, God separated himself. He said, my spirit will not always strive with man, for he is yet carnal. So there's a clue and a reference there that God did separate himself from us. All right? So that again feeds into Sludge Boy having the whole universe, because God himself said that he's stepping back. All right? So that gives a bit of credibility to the whole idea of Sludge Boy having the thing.
See, this is where the Essenes do not believe that. God never separated himself from us. We separated from him.
I'm just saying what...
Yeah.
You know.
We separate. Our spirit is not separate.
No, but you can see how that works. If Sludge Boy's taking the whole thing, you can see God back.
The ego is separated. Yeah.
Sludge Boy poisoned a bit of fruit.
Yeah.
God said, I'm not touching it.
Yeah.
And if the whole bit of fruit was the universe, and God said, oh no, I'm not touching that, it's infected.
Yeah.
And that's what could be going on. You know what I mean? And that's why he had to make a special trip to get Moses' body and anything he wanted from inside the universe. He had to, do something special to make it happen.
Yeah.
Because he's outside of it, and he had to make an effort to come back in. And now with him, if this is him sailing through, it's just like him, just say, no, Sludge Boy, I'm coming through. Stand aside.
Yeah.
I'm coming to have a look. I'm coming to see my children. It could be that. It could be that. I'm coming to check on the kids.
Yeah.
It could be. It's like there's a possibility that that's what it is. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
No one really knows, but that's not an impossible thought.
Well, the neurosurgeon guy was an atheist. 3 weeks he was dreaming of heaven and hell, and no brain activity. He said impossible.
Yeah,
he come back. He wrote a book. He became a Christian, but he said no way could I have those experiences, even though he was still alive in a coma. So,
I think he just went where the Buddhists go.
Yeah, the astral plane.
That's all I think. And I think everyone has, So, but even though I know I've got my serious doubts about Paul, he did say he's quite up to the third heaven. Okay.
Yeah.
And that's a clue, is to indicate that there's a heaven above the astral plane.
Yep.
What we're talking about.
Yep.
But the rest of it, I don't know what to make of Paul. The jury's out, and he never met Jesus. But when you wait till you see these photos now of him that come out, wait till you see these photos of Jesus.
Yeah.
The shroud.
Yeah.
And it shows the AI was able to find the little dents in his body from the Roman whip. The Roman whip had little balls on the end of it.
Yep.
And the AI was able to find the little dents.
Yep.
Where the whip would have hit him.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. And there's another thing too.
Yep.
There's blood on the forehead, okay?
Right.
And it turns out that the blood is in the shape of the Hebrew letters for Yeshua. Right? They showed that. There's like the Hebrew letters of Jesus, names written on his forehead. Because it says his children are going to have his name written on their foreheads, but he's written it on his first.
Mm.
With the way they said it.
Yeah.
But yeah, when you see him, it's just like, oh, yeah, you just.
Yeah.
But see, I want the supernatural.
Yeah.
If that's our birthright, why haven't we got it? And what do we need to do? And I've got ideas about what I need to do, but it's just hard to get into that position to do it, isn't it?
Mm.
So all we've got after that is giving it to God and saying, well, you know what's going on, where I tell myself where I want to be, I want to get there. So
like you said, he doesn't give you what you want, he gives you what and who you are. Some people don't even have the needs met for food. They can't focus, they can't progress, they're just trying to get food.
Yeah, that's what most of us are doing.
Well, in the third world countries, for sure. So they're just people just trying to survive. Just live for that.
See, in a lot of those Buddhist countries, the villagers bring the blokes who are fucking meditating, they bring them food, bowls of rice and veggies and fruits and everything, and meats and stuff, and so we just sit there and meditate.
And give wisdom.
Yeah.
It is wise to detach and just sit here and do nothing and give us food and we'll do the rest.
Yeah.
You do the cooking.
Yeah. Because I'm enlightened and you're a piece of shit.
Yeah, like that. Wisdoms can lead to enlightenment in Christ, but wisdoms doesn't necessarily lead to enlightenment, because it's that. Yep.
Yeah. Yeah. All right, buddy. I'll get going.
Thank you, my friend. Very enlightening. It's a good conversation.
Like I said, it's for what it's worth, and I don't know where it's going to go. But the way I'm feeling, to me, it's important that we at least try to get this finished. All right, just my gut, or my head, my gut needs us to finish this. All right, so.
Well, it is our song. Fair enough.
Yeah. So we'll only need a couple of hours, and so when you but don't keep putting it off. Can you just think, okay, well, it's important to him, and he's a mate.
Yeah. Okay.
And you're involved too. You're a part of this, and it's just something that I just keep feeling like we should.
Well, you got the right gear.
Yeah, we've got the stuff. We can. No reason why we can't. I've got a new guitar, so there's nothing stopping us except ourselves now, right? So I'll be waiting for the call, right? Sooner rather than later. Because just like it's to not think, oh fuck it, just even if you just try to. Remember what we're thinking about, remember what we're saying about changing the thoughts to a positive one and how it changes the way we feel. Just keep remembering that. And when you're having a train of thought that making you feel a certain way, just remember this conversation and just think, okay, I'm gonna change the thought completely and make the effort and the focus to actually put a brand new thought in there. Okay, just focus in and do it, because we have the power to do that, because the thoughts are not us. It's not like our hand starts hurting and we can say,
well, I'll tell you
I want another hand.
I'll tell you what, if it's a success and it comes out beautiful and it really feels like we've made an achievement, then we could start writing songs and do the same thing. If this is a success, then it could lead to other. But I hate playing other people's music that I'm not, especially, unless I'm natural towards it. I just don't like making the effort towards other people's songs. But if it's something original and it's got you know, it's got that emotional connection. It's not harsh.
The way Postcards came out was a perfect.
Oh, that was great.
A perfect blending of you wanting to play and me wanting to write, and it just came together.
Yeah, and I wrote that on a little Casio, and I lost that CD. I can't find it anywhere.
Just the way it came out, the way you started playing, and it was a perfect blend of both of our stuff.
Yeah.
You know, I'm over the border. I'm home.
Yeah.
Well, made the border.
Yeah, and you made one mistake in it. Otherwise,
that singing
would have been on the radio. The first one was quite successful too. I believe or something. Believe.
I knew I should have done a retake on that.
But that was a terrible day because we followed that friggin' Jeep, thinking it was Alex. It was like the devil tried to stop us.
Upset with me about something.
Oh, because you didn't have your
tuner. What are you in the fucking tuner for?
Yeah, but you didn't have your joint, your bong or something. You left it or something. And you needed to chill out.
Face down my throat, all sorts of things. Yeah, but I knew I should have, because I normally didn't go for that note. I normally went down there, but for some reason I thought I'll go up here.
Yeah.
And it cracked. I should have just said to him, "Oh look, I'm just going to redo that," because it was a fill-in. It was a take anyway, because I was just doing it by myself anyway.
Yeah.
So I could have just said, "Oh, let's just redo that, and I won't do the high note." But I just let it go, and I mean, I knew it cracked, but I said all this, and I just sort of gave up. I thought, fuck it, there was so.
Well, it don't matter because the CD disappeared. Absolutely, I've searched everywhere for it. So the demons took it. It was like we were just not meant to do anything. We were meant to lose everything to find ourselves.
All these little things, and so there's a lot of data, information data that supports that idea that everything happens for a reason.
Yeah.
And that those things were stopped.
Yeah.
To prevent, and to get us, there's a lot of
soul journey.
A lot of stories about that.
Yeah.
And that we're supposed to be, and we get stopped from going a certain direction to protect us or save us from something, so that because we've got something else. Yeah,
Alice Cooper biting chooks' heads off on stage. He gets to die. An overdose. He gets to meet Jesus. He gets taken back, and he become a Christian, born again Christian, and he was a black occult and everything. He got saved, but not Bob Dylan can't get out of it. He made a deal with the devil, and the Christians are saying, "Oh, you can repent, Bob," but he can't get out of it. But you and I never even got to that level of fame. We were totally stopped. Others get through. Some even fall into a heap and millions of dollars as well. But something we were really tested.
So that's what something in me keeps saying, that we're meant to do this.
I don't see that. I see it as you and me. I see it as capturing something that we perfect, something of the past, but just have a memory of it, whatever that means. To me, it's an alchemy thing of a door that opened, and there are many doors.
But what you said about if this works, we could lead to us doing.
Oh yeah, that's different.
That's me. So
I'll have one more. One more.
My intuition.
Just try to finish my coffee,
That's where I'm coming from. My intuition is telling me there might be something along those lines.
Well, that is the door.
That's why I'm saying. Well, I think we should. Yeah. Maybe supposed to do this because for that reason.
Yeah.
Just what you said.
Yeah. It's our song. It's not anyone else's song.
But this idea about it could lead to something. That's what has got me going, and that's what I can't.
Well, we've got the gear.
I can't put down, and I just because it's so close that it doesn't seem right to just let it die.
Yeah.
When all we have to do is just make a little bit of an effort now.
All right.
And like if not, so what if if you don't try anything, you never know. Nothing ever happens. If you don't make some sort of effort, nothing happens.
It depends on the pure intent of what we're doing it for.
Yeah, see, that's gets down to that, to intent. And is it a part, and does God want this to happen, and all that stuff, like, is this...
Yeah, will it lead to writing new songs, not songs of pain and suffering of the past, but the new songs and the new creature, and that would be something new.
Yeah. Like lately, something that's been on my mind is a song I wrote a long time ago. But it's sort of like a cutesy song, but it's called "Sweet Neighborhood."
Mm-hmm.
Oh, like last week, earworm, it just kept going through my mind. But it's what a great song. It starts off. It's like, there is a girl, she lives alone. She was an heiress to the throne. Her uncle came to seek her blood, and now she lives in our neighborhood. It's like that sort of thing. And it's like, and up the lane, a girl named Jane. She hides in there with her ape insane. Too many movies and a crush for the books. But that's no excuse for her good looks in our neighborhood.
That's catchy.
It's not a bad song. And then it goes, and then there's Stevie, he's a pretty cool guy, but he's missing both his arms. He lost them once in a heavy black mass, and now it's too late for charms in our neighborhood. You like that? And the last one is, there is a boy with funny feet. He used to live where the great gods meet. They called him Hermes. He's such a drag. Gotta get the news through. That's his bag in our neighborhood. Because Hermes was the messenger of the gods. So, you like that?
Yeah, that's catchy.
It's
quite catchy. Yeah, that's all right.
He missing both his arms. He lost them once in a heavy black mass, and now it's too late for charms.
You're a great lyric writer.
They're not bad. Up the lane, a girl named Jane. She hides in there with her ape insane. Too many movies and a crush for the books, but that's no excuse for her good looks in our neighborhood. It's a good song, isn't it? Yeah.
Very good.
Could you see yourself doing that?
Somewhere down the track.
No, but I mean, could you see yourself working with that?
Yeah.
Some of the old ones of mine?
Yeah, you get our confidence up and all that. You never know. But
I'd like to dig them all up. I've got them all. Put them out on the table. We'll just have a look at them all. Okay.
All right.
And just see. This is like, if we
get
because it would be a shame to let them all.
It's a matter of just recording it technically and having a good quality sound.
They always fucking needed you, and you always like, oh no.
Well, it's those songs are the original, mate. Come on, it's different.
What's that?
Those songs are original.
Yeah, but you don't. You said you had this thing about not doing.
Well, I have to have these conversations and satisfy. Well, my spiritual level has to be in harmony. If I feel like I'm being pushed away from that, I fight. I don't know. It's just how I live my life. I just can't go back in the past. Done with it. Only got now and the future.
What about this? I got caught by the Rangers doing 95. They told me about the dangers and keeping alive. But I don't talk to strangers, I don't take their jive, so I blew them away. Oh no. It's a story about this bloke who shoots a couple of coppers. And you like that?
No.
I didn't like that one. See, we can go through them all and find the one that resonates with you. You like that other one,
Yeah.
So there's plenty of monsters in the can that we could dig out, but we need to start somewhere, and maybe it's just our song.
Yeah, well, we've got the gear. We've got a beautiful acoustic piano, everything.
Yeah, we've got the mixer. We've got I've got the guitar. I've got the effects. So there's nothing actually stopping us now. I can even put bass on it.
Mm-hmm.
So, and because we can multi-track, we can put strings on it.
Yeah. Multi-layer. Yeah.
Just in the... See, I want to drag the intro out. You know that.
The next keyboard that I want to get, the latest technology, is that it's got a printing machine on it, and when you play, it prints the music out straight out. There's 10 grand for me, because if I could put it into a score.
I was thinking about that the other day in the old composers, how like as soon as they got one line that they thought sounded good, they must have written that down straight away, instantly. Those notes.
Yeah.
So I suppose most of them, some of them, just
the
prodigies didn't have to, but they just wrote it down straight away, so they never forgot.
Yeah, I saw Mozart scribble, scribble,
so they never forgot. They actually could always just look back and go, okay, that's what I
He'd write the melody, and then he'd go back and he'd do the sopranos and the tenors and the bass.
Yeah, but they had to write it down.
Amazing,
they
brilliant.
Didn't forget. They could play it exactly what they played at that moment.
Yep. Just look at the time,
so
mate.
They would just written it straight down.
Yep. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
But you pretty well got, but the intro that right?
Yep.
I want to drag that out, okay, for like at least a minute.
Yeah.
All right, maybe even 2 minutes.
Yeah.
Okay. And before the before that, I want to drag that intro right out, like 2 minutes long, right? And we can do something nice. Put a nice.
You want me to have a little go on it now?
Hey?
A little play on it now?
Yeah, go for it. And drag that intro out, all right? Can you play it on the acoustic?
Oh, yeah. I can do it both, actually. Do it both.
Well, yeah, just play this on the acoustic.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Okay.
No, too soon for that. No. Way too early for that. Just drag that out for a couple of minutes. Don't go near that other bit for now.
I know that. I'm just rushing it. It needs a rhythm.
Not yet.
Classical version of it.
Well, when I bring the mixing around, I'll be sort of cutting that sucker to pieces.
I know.
I was just thinking, okay, we can do like, you get the intro right, okay, and then I can
just chop out a few notes.
I can stop that bit, and then we can work out the next bit. I can just punch in from that point on.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So we can just like do it up bit by bit. And then when I've got all the little bits, I can just put them all together onto the stereo dub.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So we can work up the bit. If we're not happy with some bit, we can change it.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah.
When we finally get something we're happy with.
But a lot of chords to play around with anyway. But
yeah. And I'm going to be given heaps of direction. Do you understand that, don't you? Right, because this is really important to me. And
you've got to play guitar over it.
I've got to play guitar over it.
Yeah,
so I'll be sitting here saying, no. And we'll come up with something that sounds good. Then we can sit back and we listen to it through the PA, And see, the thing is, the whole thing, piano-wise, the whole thing's got to be pretty. Okay, that's very important. It's got to be pretty.
Yeah.
The whole thing. You had little pretty bits in there, and there's some real fucking ugly bits in there. Okay.
Dark.
But the whole thing,
not ugly, just
the
dark.
tone and everything. Okay. You know, the crashing thing. We want the whole thing pretty.
Yeah.
Right? It's got to be
instrumental,
gentle, pretty thing. All right. So I'll be sitting there making sure it's fucking pretty.
A bit like Emperor saying to Mozart, just chop out a few notes. But Mozart said, but it's perfect the way it is.
No, it'll be chop out a few notes, and then we'll work something up, and then see what we can definitely found the basics.
But I've turned it into a bit of a masterpiece. Still, was
under my direction.
Yeah, but still, people still like that. But then our version is more, a little bit more on the, what do you call it?
Well, we have to format it properly.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? For the piano and guitar.
So you have those long riffs with the guitar
and the piano's going
improvise.
To be consistent.
Yeah.
All right. The beautiful, pretty piano.
Yeah. Would you have drum beats in it?
Well, see, with the mixer, we can have a look through the drum patterns and see if we can find something that works. We can even see. It's funny, like what I'm doing right now is I'm doing a lot of work with the mixer and with the drum tracks.
Yeah.
Working out how to put them together.
Yep.
All right. I finally, just in the last couple of days.
Yeah.
I've got the book out. And I finally worked out how to work with the drum tracks.
Yep.
All right. Finally. So we can put a drum. We can put a. If we need to change the tempo and the beat halfway through,
Yeah.
I can do that.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh, you can do all that.
I know how to do that.
Oh, good, good.
Last week I didn't know how to do that, and the whole time I've had that mixer for a few years now. Okay.
Yeah.
The whole time I've had it, I've had this little sick feeling in my stomach.
Yeah.
The whole fucking time, this little sick feeling because I didn't understand that part. And everything I've been doing on jobs and sitting home and everything on the practice, never once did I lose this little sick feeling of I don't understand that part, right? It was always there, right?
Yeah.
The whole
It's a very compact mixer.
But I didn't understand that bit, and it bothered me.
Yeah.
Because I always knew that I'm going to have to nail that. I have to understand that.
Yeah.
Anyway, last week.
Yeah.
I finally decided, no, it's time that I understood this.
Yep.
So I got the book out, and once I read it and understood
Oh, good.
Now
good.
I understand
well,
it.
That gives me confidence.
That's just in the last few days.
All right, good gear.
So now I can work us up a drum track, and I can change the tempo.
That's why I sold it to you, mate. I could never figure the bugger out.
Yeah, well, it's not. You really gotta. They didn't explain it very well in the book. You know what I mean? Like, but once it's like anything, it's easy once you know how.
Oh yeah, exactly.
But it's getting to know the how.
Yep.
And I said I had this sick feeling in my stomach for the last few years about that. Didn't know how to work out the drum machine. I thought, what do I get another drum machine? I was using the drum machine on another keyboard.
Yeah.
Right. And so it bothered me.
Yeah.
Now that feeling is gone. It's great.
Great.
Like,
that's good news.
Whenever I can't understand something, it makes me feel sick until I can, physically sick. I feel it nauseous, like I'm going to throw up.
Yeah.
Whenever I'm doing mathematics or anything, as soon as I hit something that I can't understand, I start to feel sick. Physically, like I'm going to be sick.
Yeah.
A bad feeling in my stomach until I actually understand that thing, and then it goes away.
Yeah.
It's always been like that. So anyway, now it's like I feel so much better, and so much freer inside my mind because I'm not dragging around this bag of I've got to work that out.
Yeah.
Shit. Why don't I got to understand that? I've got to use the drum machine and the mixer. How do you do this? Because it's not clear, but the penny finally dropped. And then I finally understood when I read it another couple of times. Okay, that's what it is.
Yep.
And all the lights went on, and now I just drum track. I can change the tempo, I can put chords in, I can put bass in.
Oh, you've got to figure it out, mate.
Things, you know?
All right. No, I'm excited.
So, yeah, and that's what I didn't understand.
Be nice
I
to have
knew
some
you had all
layers.
these things you do, but I didn't know how to do them, and that's what was making me feel sick.
Have you got condenser mics?
Yeah, I bought one.
I've got a few lots shoved away somewhere, that dangling things.
Yeah, I've got a nice one.
$100 each.
I've got a nice one.
Oh, okay.
Just put it in the top of the
Okay.
I'll just pick it up.
All right.
Nice. It works really good.
Good acoustic pickup. Yep.
Yeah. It's a beauty.
I better let you go, mate. Thank you. It's time well spent, brother.
Yeah, it was a little bit.
Yeah. All right then. Cheers, mate. Thank you. Bless you, mate. Thanks for the great conversation. Very uplifting. Kind of a meditation process. Thanks, brother. Yeah. We have the awareness. Just don't beat ourselves up. But stay healthy too. Don't get too sick. You need more exercise. Well, you get work. You exercise.
The thing is, if the whole God thing is going on,
yeah,
then if that's our understanding, all right, then that's where we're getting our power from.
Right.
If we understand that. But so many people, 98% of the world, don't have that understanding.
Yeah.
Even the ones that go to church.
Yeah, even the ones that go to church.
It's like so many of the people don't seem to. But the raw data is that there's either no God or there is God, okay?
Yeah.
And we've agreed that there is God. So we've set our minds in that direction, okay? So to get the understanding, we don't want our mental constant data understandings, okay?
Yeah.
So to get the understanding that that's where the power is coming from.
Exactly.
So this whole thing about our thoughts, this finally understanding that we are not our thoughts.
Yeah.
So
that's the message.
Whenever we have a thought, if it makes us feel uncomfortable in any way at all, we can change it.
Yeah.
Just like that.
Yeah.
We can have a new one because they are not us. We can change the thought. Okay.
Music helps.
But if we let the thought, it will change. If we allow the thought to change us, it will.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
But it doesn't have to.
Yeah.
But that's its fucking job.
Yeah.
So, right, to change us and affect us, all right?
Yeah.
But it doesn't have to.
Right.
People have these thoughts and they think, well, that's my thought, so I must go and do this because that's obviously what that's not true. You can change it, and you start to, and you feel.
Which means you can change your destiny.
Of course, absolutely. There's an interesting saying I read the other day. It says you can't go back and change the past, but you can start right where you are and change the ending.
Ah.
Right? So you can't change the past, but you can stop right now and change the direction of where things are going. That's a really powerful thing.
Yeah, you know, I interviewed this top street preacher one day. He's a real bouncer, was an ex-bouncer. Took on a bike, he smashed the helmets in half with his hand, a huge guy. I turned around and said, if you found out that it was all bullshit, there's no God or this is bullshit religion, whatever, what would you do? I'd become a thug, a murderer. So he had no truth in him. I mean, he's hiding behind the Bible study. He would go straight back like a dog to the vomit. See, you and I are not like that. With or without religion, we still talk about stuff that's driving us to the end result.
We're trying to find what's really going on. You know, with all the nonsense, because if it is possible to find out what's going on, we should be trying to do that.
Yeah.
Most people, I suppose, they think that it's not possible to find out what's really going on, or they think they know, and they're happy with what they think they know.
Yeah.
Don't upset me. I think I know.
Yeah, based on feelings.
Like that woman. This is how I feel like that Mormon.
Your Mormon girl. Yeah.
So there's a lot of people in that position. But are you and I? Want to be like that?
No,
no. Wrapped up in some little cocoon of ignorance, and I'm happy.
Well, you tell me, why did I cry a few times when I stood outside the temple ground and remove thy shoes for thou stand on holy ground? Why did I weep? I captured it on video. Then I had to back myself why that happened. Why did I weep standing by a building of celestial.
Because you are overloading your mind with emotional content, and it's like, and it's a belief, and look how powerful beliefs are. Look what they cause people to do. They cause people to kill people.
Yeah,
right? It gets, that's what the way, so, and that's what most of the world is doing. All this emotional reaction to data.
Yeah.
But that's when I come here. This is what I try to do, to have no data in the room.
Yeah.
Just the raw data.
Yeah.
Not the nonsense.
I mean, I've seen you weep, but it's all about how Jesus took on the crucifixion and the fire or whatever. He basically, the pain of it, and you express the humility of that. Now that's humble. That's where it's not about buildings or obedience or all this religious dogma. There is a time where we do shed tears as we bear a testimony of Jesus, but not religion, not all of that clergy cloth rituals and whatever. So why would anyone weep standing by a building and say, "Oh, this is holy"? It's all, the kingdom of God is within. The word is written upon our heart. Get out of our head into our heart, beyond a piece of paper, not beyond the word, but we are living, breathing, talking testimony scripture. That's what we take with us in the fruits. So that's the transformation of it. And also sexual energy transform into spiritual energy. We don't suppress it, we express it. We don't whip ourselves like the monks. Oh, penance, oh, we had a bad thought. Let the thought in, let the thought out.
I did that sometimes.
Whip yourself. Bit of a Catholic penance thing.
Sometimes.
Yeah?
Flagellation.
Yeah, you actually do it.
Every now and then.
Bruce Lee used to do it.
I give it
Put hands on hot
I can really give it to myself, mate. So he didn't like that, eh? Well, cut this, you.
Give yourself a whack. Yeah, you bastard. Yeah, I know. I've done that a couple of times. Yeah, human nature. Vicious.
Well, you're making an effort anyway. But yeah, the Catholics, they take it to the extreme.
To the extreme.
They crawl on their stomach for thousands of miles.
Yeah.
Like that.
Yeah.
And the Hindus do that. You know what I mean? Walk backwards up the mountain, with their nose dragging in the dirt. All sorts of weird things. What about those other fucking Indian things that those
and I had
men?
all twisted up.
Yeah.
I had the Catholic statue in my Indian family's house once, a crying statue, bleeding statue. Not a thing happened. And millions of Catholics had seen this thing cry and never saw anything. Must be the belief system in the people. And in Chile, when 20,000 people saw Virgin Mary and all this sort of thing, there were aliens captured that day flying around, UFOs and everything. But not everybody saw it in Chile. But there were 20,000 people giving justification of the Catholic Church. Miracles, but what type of miracle was that? Come on,
The sun dancing
heal my
in the
limbs.
sky.